I just got back from a trip that I took in the beginning of January 2019 with some OT and PT colleagues and students. And we went over to Tangier, Morocco, stayed at the beautiful UNE campus, and got to do a lot of service learning and exploring while we were over there. One of my favorite parts about this trip was being able to go with my OT peers who have become some of my greatest friends. And I got to show them their way around Tangier a little bit because I went there as an undergrad student.
So the way that the Occupational Therapy elective course worked is that we traveled together to Morocco for 8 days in the winter break. We were able to be immersed in the culture and to see all these wonderful sites of education and healthcare there.
My first service site visit was to the orphanage, which was really meaningful for me because it's the same orphanage that I volunteered at when I was an undergrad. We worked in the little infant baby room and they were so sweet and cuddly, and we just got to hold them and feed them and give them that skin-to-skin contact that they really need. And then we also got to play with the toddlers, which was a lot of fun. They have all of these great developmental toys, and we just got to do OT with them without them realizing we were doing OT, which was perfect.
I had a really amazing transformational experience at the orphanage. We weren't quite sure what to expect, and we went into the orphanage and children needed to be fed, children needed to be played with. Our arms went out and suddenly we were all holding a child. I didn't have time as the teacher to say to students, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do that. And I looked around and they were all doing a beautiful job, doing all the things that we had taught them. And I had a moment of just incredible pride.
There was one little girl who I had seen prior, 3 years ago at my trip in Tangier, and she was still there, and it was an amazing feeling to get to see her and hold her and work with her again. Now that my classmates and I are back on campus, a few of us specifically are working on a manual to provide to the orphanage on different developmental activities that they could do with these kids. The next service site that I went to was Wissal. It's a school for children with developmental disabilities, and it was created because these parents had 2 children that had nowhere to go. So they just took this opportunity to create a school for their 2 children and welcomed all of these other children in. And it was amazing to hear their story and see what they had built from nothing, essentially. And they were kind enough to welcome us in. We got to explore the different classrooms, do some different coloring, snack time, just playing puzzles with all of these kids, and just really, we were welcomed into their environment, which was so nice. We just engaged in play, and it was perfect. The last service site that I visited is called DARNA. It's an association in Tangier where women can go to learn work skills. Some of these women are coming from abusive relationships. Some of them are single moms that need to learn how to support their children. And this association helps them build these skills, create items to sell, and all of the money goes back to the women, not the association, which was really cool. It was amazing to see the women doing such intricate, detailed work on the looms. I had never seen anything like that before, and their patience and the way that they just worked those machines was incredible.
The timing for this trip was really, really perfect because the profession of occupational therapy is developing in Morocco. We were able to host the first conference of occupational therapy in the country of Morocco.
The trust between the 2 parties.
As a student, it was just remarkable to be surrounded by all of these different professionals from around the globe.
Being a healthcare provider is really complex, and we want our students here at UNE's Occupational Therapy program to graduate with the skills that they need to be responsive to and connect with people from a variety of cultural backgrounds.
It is our hope that through opportunities like this, immersion in Morocco, and looking at a different educational and healthcare system, that we will be building occupational therapists that can meet society's occupational needs in any culture, in any group, in any kind of a healthcare system.
Occupational therapy is all about finding ways to help people do the activities that they want and love to do to give their life meaning, and to be able to see people engaging in those activities and help them engage in those activities in a different culture just brought so much to my education and my future as an OT.